We good?
Yes.
Okay. It is Thursday, July 10th, 2025. It is 7 p.m. First item of business, Mr. Kursky, can we get a roll call, please?
Commissioner Forsyth.
Here.
Commissioner Weiler. Commissioner Sandhu. Commissioner Redding. Commissioner Ranawa. Commissioner Sepulveda.
Here.
Commissioner Robbins.
Here.
All right, second item tonight is the approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or subtractions to tonight's agenda?
No, ma'am.
Perfect. I will entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
All right, we have a first. Can I get a second?
Yep.
Forsyth seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Third item, recognition by Board of Adjustments and Appeals of interested citizens. Are there any interested citizens here tonight that would like to discuss something not on the agenda? Okay. Item 4, consent business. We have the approval of the meeting minutes from June 5th, 2025. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes?
So moved. Yep. Second.
Forsyth makes the motion. Robbins seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. We have one public hearing tonight under general business. That's the revocation of conditional use permit for vehicle service and repair at 936 First Avenue East.
Just to check, is it a public hearing or no?
It's not.
Oh,
It's not listed as
sorry.
one.
No, it's not.
I don't think it is because it's
not
a
no.
revocation.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
My bad. That's totally my bad.
Most of the time they're
I
public hearings.
assumed.
That's right.
Okay, this is not a public hearing. So I don't need to make a motion.
No.
All
We're
right.
just going to talk about it again.
Mr. Kursky, you have the floor.
Chair and Commissioners, so this is, if you remember, you approved this, but it was subject to them occupying the property. They sold the property. So we said at that meeting we would then revoke it because they don't need it. So that's what we're doing tonight.
Sounds good. So there's nobody did anything wrong. We're not.
No,
they're
they
just
ended
using
up
it for a different purpose.
Yeah,
Right,
they ended
right.
up
Just
selling the
wanna make sure.
property to a non-automotive use, so.
Yeah.
That
I don't really have a lot to
conditional
talk
use
about.
permit is not required. Yep.
So then the motion would just be to approve resolution.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
Motion to
so-
approve revocation, yes.
Okay, so I'll make that motion. I'll make the motion to approve the revocation of the conditional use permit in resolution PC 2025-003.
Second.
All right, Commissioner Ranawa makes the motion, Commissioner Robbins seconds. May we get a roll call, please?
Yep. Commissioner Forsyth?
Aye.
Commissioner Ranawa?
Aye.
Commissioner Sepulveda?
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins?
Aye.
All right. Motion passes. So then we move on to item 6, other business. Is there any other business tonight, Mr. Kursky?
No, ma'am.
All right, well then I will entertain a motion to adjourn to Thursday, August 7th, I believe, 2025 at 7 p.m.
So moved.
Mr. Robbins makes the motion.
Second.
Commissioner Forsyth seconds. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, meeting adjourned.
Perfect.
7:04.
7:04. All right. Well, I will call to order the Shakopee Planning Commission at 7:04. We'll start with item 1 on the agenda. Roll call.
Commissioner Forsyth?
Here.
Commissioner Weiler? Commissioner Sandhu? Commissioner Redding? Commissioner Ranawa?
Here.
Commissioner Sepulveda?
Here.
Commissioner Robbins?
Here.
All right, we'll move on to item 2, approval of the agenda. Are there any additions or subtractions to the agenda? All right. Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Commissioner Sepulveda with the motion, second.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Ranawa with the second. Any discussion on approving the agenda? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? It passes unanimously. We'll go on to item 3, recognition by the Planning Commission of interested citizens. Is there anybody here that would like to speak on something that's not on the agenda already? All right. Hearing none, we'll move on to item 4, the consent agenda. The only thing in the consent agenda is the Planning Commission meeting minutes from last month, June 5th. Are there any changes or additions to those minutes?
No, sir.
Hearing none, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent agenda.
You made a motion.
Commissioner Robbins with the motion. Is there a second?
Second.
Commissioner Sepulveda with the second. Any discussion on approving the consent agenda? Hearing none, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, that passes unanimously. Move on to item 5, general business. The only thing in general business is a public hearing with a zoning map amendment and preliminary plat for Eliana Estates. We'll start by entertaining a motion to open the public hearing.
I make a motion, we open the public hearing.
And I'll
Commissioner
second.
Robbins, Commissioner Randall with the second. Any discussion about opening the public hearing? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That passes unanimously. Mr. Kursky, I assume there's a presentation from staff?
All right, there we go. This is a public hearing for rezoning and preliminary and final plat concurrent for Ileana Estates. Rick Osberg, James R. Hill, applicant on behalf of LE LLC, Ryan Real Estate and 11010 Homes, and Beverly Canaan Revocable Trust, property owner, have proposed a rezoning and preliminary plat and final plat concurrent for the property located at west of Mystic Lake Drive, County Road 83, between Thrush Street and Valley View Road East. The applicant has proposed to rezone the property from agricultural preservation to urban residential, R1B, and develop approximately 14-acre site into 31 single-family lots and 2 outlots, one which would be a storm pond and a wetland which will be dedicated to the city. Property is guided suburban residential, which requires 3 to 6 units per acre. This development meets the minimum density requirement of 3 units an acre. The proposed lots meet the R1B standards related to lot size, setbacks, impervious surface, and the residences will be required to meet performance standards related to the exterior materials, windows, etc. Utilities are available to the property. The development will be served by 2 cul-de-sacs with a connection to north and south via the extension of Avon Lane. The access to Mystic Lake Boulevard South will be removed. That's a county requirement. Sidewalks are proposed on the north side of both cul-de-sacs and the east side of Avon Lane. Trails will be installed from each cul-de-sac to connect to the existing trail system in the Valley Crest development to the north and to the trail that's along County Road 83. Staff is working with the developer to determine the appropriate amount of replacement trees per the provided tree inventory and finalize the landscape plan. Cash will be required for any trees not able to be planted on the subject property or in another location acceptable to the city. So here's the site. If you remember, several years ago you approved Valley Crest over here. This is city-owned property. This is the trail that we built that now connects through this neighborhood and has a leg off to Carner Drive. This is the road that was stubbed off originally to connect to this property, and then over at Whitehill Drive, this is a piece that was constructed so that eventually these 2 subdivisions could be connected. This was a former agricultural pumpkin. This was a homestead for Mrs. Canaan. So here is the existing conditions. This is the house down here with the driveway that's out to County Road 83. There's the wetland that's over here. So here's the proposed Ileana Place. So 2 cul-de-sacs. We worked a lot with the developer. So this is the wetland area to make this as large as possible. And then here's the other cul-de-sac. And if you remember again, this is city property up here. So this is a trail that runs through Valley Crest. Here is the plat. So here's some typical elevations of what they're looking at to build in this subdivision. And here's a drainage and grading plan, grading and drainage plan with some notes from engineering, including adding a ped ramp and some other minor comments. And then again, this is the wetland that's down here, and this will be their stormwater basin up here. If you remember, there's stormwater basins over here that serve Valley Crest. Here's the tree preservation plan. So this is a pretty heavily wooded area. They've done an extensive inventory. A lot of these trees don't count because they're either invasive species or trees that are considered not desirable. They're preserving all the trees pretty much around this wetland area, and then along County Road 83, they'll be preserving these trees here. So here's their proposed landscape plan. So meeting the city standards, providing some buffer along the wetland, some additional buffers in the backyards of these homes here up against the existing subdivision, are required street trees. Then there's been a lot of discussion about what trees will be allowed in this area because this will be a drainage area that'll be more native, and engineering would like to try and keep the trees out of here because they tend to clog up our drainage system. So potentially, some of these trees could be planted over in the new park that's going in the adjacent subdivision. Staff recommends forwarding the ordinance approving a rezoning from AG to R1B and a resolution approving the preliminary and final plat of Eliana Estates as drafted to the City Council.
Thank you. And just one quick question. Did we have any public meetings on this?
I believe yes.
Okay.
But the applicant's here and they can talk.
Okay. I just want to make sure, because usually there's an agenda item
Yeah, and
that
that
talks
got,
about public meetings.
in the
but-
new software, somehow that got deleted.
Got it. So I just wanted to get it on the record, make
Yep,
sure that
and
we
you can
did have
ask
one.
the
Okay.
applicant.
Good.
Mr. Chair.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Robbins.
Mr. Kuski, I'm interested in trees, I'll tell you that right now, and so I want to go back a minute even to that picture, and I have a couple questions about the trees generally. You say that some of these trees are not as desirable as others, they're invasive trees.
So there's,
Go into that, oaks,
there's
maples, what are we talking
yep.
about?
What do you call it, ash borer in here, so the ash trees we don't count because they would have to be cut down anyway. There's some more wild trees that we don't count because they are very fragile and tend to, in a high wind, break, so they're not counted. So we have a whole list of trees we don't count. So the remaining trees that we do count are things like everything but a silver maple. We count regular maples, oak trees, and there are a number of larger trees in here, so they have a significant amount of trees to make up in the project. And it's somewhere around, and applicant can talk about it, I think it's 600 to 700 inches that they have to replace, and they're replacing a lot of that on site, but they're gonna have to either pay into the tree fund or potentially plant more trees over in Valley Crest in the new park.
All right, and remind me again what exactly that formula is. When you take a tree down, if it can't be, there's so much money you have to pay. Go over that, would you?
It's, depending on the type of tree, they have to replace it based on a pretty complex formula that came up with that. So it's either they have to replace the trees at $400 for a 2.5-inch tree is what we got a credit for, or they have to put trees somewhere else in a city park or in a city right away.
So, and then if I understand the report right, they're going to replace some of the trees in a site off of here, and then they're going to try to replace some of the trees on the other half of what we're looking at. Is that right?
Chair and Commissioners, so if you look, they're putting a lot of more trees on the backside here, for instance, along this existing subdivision. And there's just some additional trees. They were making up a lot in the outlot here where the storm basin is. But engineering would try and keep trees out because they tend to clog up the storm basin. So I believe there's 30 some odd trees that'll be planted potentially in the Valley Crest Park,
Right.
which is pretty large. So.
Right. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Yep, thanks. Any other questions for city staff?
No, sir.
All right. Is there anybody here that'd like to speak on this? If the applicant's here and would like to say anything?
Yep.
And if you wouldn't mind signing in with your name and information there before speaking, we'd appreciate it. Thank you. And just let us know your name and
Good evening. I'm Rick Osberg with James R. Hill Engineering. We're representing the developer builder, Bill Ryan, with Eli Inc. and 11010 Homes. And our project here, while seemingly might be kind of easy, it really wasn't. As it turns out, in respect to the trees, you know, they're it's not it's financially burdensome to really take down trees, beyond what you're allowed to. And we did everything we thought we could to, make that work. But at the same time, we have to meet the 3 units per acre threshold. And, we could leave the cul-de-sac out and save all the trees, but you wouldn't have the property meet the density requirement. So I think that we've landed as close to 3 without, going under. And basically, we've received all the city comments from engineering and the staff, responded to them all. Haven't been resubmitted to the city, but I have a printed copy of all that revisions that work for us already. So one nugget of information, I was just looking at the tree inventory one more time to, what we had on the site was 590 inventoried trees of various sizes, obviously. That totaled up to be about 6,300 caliper inches of trees. 45% of those trees on the site were either damaged, ash trees, excluded from the list for whatever reason, and our inventory included a few off the property on the edges just to make sure we had it. So it seems like a lot of loss, but there's a lot of material in that woods that just doesn't meet muster. So
Appreciate that.
that's really all I really have to offer. If you have any other questions specifically about the project.
Mr. Chair?
Yeah, sounds good, Mr. Robbins.
I'm just curious, and maybe it was in the report, but what are these houses going to sell for?
Bill, you want to comment on that?
And if you wouldn't mind signing in then too. If you wouldn't mind signing in then too, I appreciate it.
We're also building some homes in Whispering Woods, and it's going to be similar to that product line. We build in almost all the southern suburbs. Our average price is probably between $750 and $770. I would say between $700 and $950 is kind of the range I would see those houses.
Mr. Chair, can I have one follow-up? Tell me something. When you start doing this, how many people will be working on the site? Can you give us an estimate? How many people are you going to employ to build these?
How many people on the site at any given time?
Yeah, workers,
Yeah, I mean, I would say, probably framers probably create the biggest number, which would be, maybe 4 or 5 people, plus I have field people there, so I'm guessing you could see maybe a half dozen people there on any given day. Yeah.
And can I ask when, maybe it's in the report, when would you be done with this?
That's a good question. Depends how fast they sell. I would guess you're probably, once we have a completed home, I'm guessing probably, 2 years, maybe 3, but,
But you would have people, do you think you'd have people moving in 2027?
Oh, yeah, we'd have people moving in 26.
Okay, and 26.
Yeah, our goal is to actually try to, it's going to be a tight timetable, but my goal is to have this site done this year. Right. And be able to at least pull a couple permits for models so I could be open for the spring parade, which would result in probably occupancy next late summer to early fall of 26.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is there anything else for?
Chair and Commissioners, the other thing I'd point out is they did, at the city's request on the end, if you look at Lot 8 on the Street B, they did extend that sidewalk all the way over to the trail because they thought it'd be difficult. People would have to walk all the way back to Avon Lane and go up to the trail. So people that live in that end will be able to go through that cul-de-sac and go up to the city's trail that's up in Bellevue.
Is that between 9 and 10?
It's between 8 and 7. If you look at Lot 8 on the left of the screen.
Oh, okay. I was looking at 8 on, or 8 and 9 on the right side of the screen. You're talking 8 on the left side. Okay. Because there are 2 8s.
Yep, and there's also on, between 9 and 10, there's also a connection out to
Yeah.
County Highway 83.
Yeah, okay.
So basically there was some concern on some of the staff to make sure this was connected to the whole trail system and not kind of an island, so they did work that all out.
Got it.
So Mr. Kursky, in terms of density, is this like the, kind of like, it meets the minimum, or is it exceeding the minimum? Like, say you took away one lot and then saved more trees on there?
They're right on the
They're right on there, so there's
edge,
no.
yes.
Okay.
It was, they had a different design that preserved less trees and got them more lots, but they were good enough to back off. So you see all the trees that are being preserved to the left of Outlot B, where the wetland is. They originally had a house and a lot there, but they took that out.
Okay.
And they were still able to squeak by at the minimum.
Okay.
Good.
Good to hear. Any other questions? Thank you. Appreciate it. Is there anybody else here who'd like to speak? Yeah. Again, if you would please sign in and then let us know your name.
So I'm in the Valley Crest development just to the north of Lot A, roughly just north of Lot 6 and 7 on just south of Lot A there. But our development's in the Valley Crest.
Can you speak up just a little bit?
Yep, so our development is, we live in the Valley Crest development just north of Lot A, Outlot A, sorry. So all those trees that are along the trail, we're hoping those red lines, mean those are all going to be removed?
Yeah, they interfere with
any
the
other-
drainage basin, yeah.
Is there any other options you can put in there besides, can you put pine trees in there versus, you know, what kind of options so there can be some trees in there?
So, Chair and Commissioner, the issue is where they're currently showing the trees that are in the drainage and utility easement. So that's how the water gets to Outlot A, and we don't allow trees. So the developer would have to move those to the south of the dotted line. And the engineers here can ask what they plan on doing.
I mean, we're in flux of revising that plan right now. We can pull more into the south of Outlot A, whether it be in the backs of the lots on Block 1. But really, for city, we're not, I mean, they said a couple trees kind of just sporadically located along the north line of Outlot A by the trail. So, you know, that's an opportunity to plant, but it doesn't sound like it's feasible maybe from a public works standpoint.
Where do you live in Outlot A or at the other end?
We're just north of Outlot A.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna look and see whether some of those trees could be put along the trail.
Yeah, that would be very
So maybe this
helpful
is
for
a,
us, as we are in the same boat. We really like the trees, and so we're very pleased that the trees on the right-hand side of the plan allow you saving that many trees, so that's great. But we would like some on the north side of Outlot A as well. My next question is, where is the construction traffic going to come in? Will that stay on the road off of Mystic Lake?
So
Or
that,
will
they'll be
if you're
coming
gonna
down
close-
Thrush and working their way through Valley Crest.
I'm sorry?
They'll likely come through Thrush and come down, work their way to Avon to get over to this piece. They can't access off of Mystic Lake.
Right from the go, so when they come in to start clearing trees, they're going to come into the existing
Yeah.
development, not
Well, I
through
think when they cut the trees down, they'll probably come off of Mystic Lake, yeah.
Okay.
But once, the county wants that driveway closed once they start construction.
That's what we're hoping. We understand once the dirt work is beginning and the roads and street and sewer go in, obviously that'll have to come in off of Avon, but when they're clearing the land, if that can maybe stay off of Mystic Lake, their access, and that would be great.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
sounds good. Thank you.
County, whether they allow it or not, typically they don't, so.
Mr. Kursky, I have a follow-up question for you. So in lot, or block 1, those lots 1 through 8, are they like at the minimum size? But if they shrunk those lots a little bit, so outlot A could be shifted down and there could be more space along that trail to put trees?
So it's not a question, they can't go on that side of the trail because there's more grade there than it appears.
Okay.
Engineering spent probably way too much time working on this.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
there's 2 trees that they're allowing to remain, and we're going to look and see if we can then flip them to the other side of the trail.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions or comments for city staff, or is there anybody else here that'd like to speak to?
I did have one question. I wanted to know what the public meeting response was.
Good question.
The neighborhood meeting? 2 families showed up, the couple behind me, and then one other, and both expressed favorable comments about the project. I think the other one lived just southwest of Lot 9, and I think the biggest comment I took there is they were pleased that we're not going to run another trail back through the areas that haven't had a trail before, so.
And how wide a swath of invites was that?
It's 500 feet from the property line in all directions. That's the city code.
So it's just under 2 blocks, something like that.
Each way, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that, how can I say this nicely? This has been a problem property for the city for many years. If you remember when we did the other subdivision, there was a lot of lawsuits and other issues over this site that eventually all were dismissed. But the house is not in good shape. The trees, while it's really dense, they were never properly maintained. That's one of the issues. Some of them have split and they're like this, which they should never have done. And I mean, I give them credit. I mean, they had an extra lot in here, and we basically kind of rejiggered their subdivision to be able to preserve a lot more trees around the wetland, which they were able to do to make it kind of more of an amenity.
Thank you.
And that will be dedicated to the city when it's done.
Any other questions or comments before we close the public hearing? Anybody else like to speak? All right, seeing none, I'll entertain a motion to close the public
Mr.
hearing.
Chairman, I move that we close the public hearing.
Thank you, Commissioner Robbins. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Commissioner
Randall?
Randall with a second. Any discussion on closing the public hearing?
No, sir.
No, hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, that does pass unanimously. Now that the public hearing is closed, we can discuss it some more. We can entertain a motion. It does look like we need 2 motions here, right? So
Correct.
if we want to pass this, there's one motion to approve, to amend the zoning map, and the second one is for the preliminary and final plat.
Correct.
And can we do those in one swoop?
No, they need to be done
2
separately.
separate roll call votes?
Yep.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, if I could?
Yes.
Yeah, this is I know it's been a difficult project for everybody to work on, and particularly because of the trees and everything, but I'm gratified to hear of some of the efforts that have been made. I know it's not easy to put into a development budget provisions for, building back trees. There's strong feeling about trees in this community, and we don't like to see them go. The units look wonderful, and I like the idea that, 725, something like that. It's always sticker shock for me, because I can remember houses at a lot less than that, but, time goes on, so.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gratified for all the work that's been done and the care with the neighborhood meeting, et cetera, so that's all I have, Mr.
Well,
Chairman.
thank you, yeah. Is there anybody else who would like to say anything? And if not, what's the pleasure of the commission?
Mr. Chairman, I'll make a motion to recommend approval of ordinance 02025-018, approving the zoning map amendment, rezoning the property from agricultural preservation, parens AG, to urban residential, parens R1B.
Yes, the only thing I'll add is that it's O 2025, not 0 2025, but yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
I'll second it,
All
Randall.
right, Commissioner Randall with the second. Any discussion on that motion? All right, we'll go to a roll call vote.
Commissioner Forsythe?
Aye.
Commissioner Ranawa?
Aye.
Commissioner Sepulveda?
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins?
Aye.
That passes unanimously. So we're done with half of it. Anybody interested in the second half?
I'll make a motion to recommend approval of resolution R 2025-075, approving the preliminary and final plat of Eliana Estates.
Thank you, Commissioner Sepulveda.
I'll second it.
Commissioner Randall with the second. Any discussion on that motion? Hearing none, we'll go to a roll call.
Commissioner Forsythe?
Aye.
Commissioner Ranawa?
Aye.
Commissioner Sepulveda?
Aye.
Commissioner Robbins?
Aye.
That also passes unanimously and takes care of item 5 on the agenda. We will move to item 6, other business. Is there any other business?
So, you had requested to do a tour?
Yeah?
Yes.
So we have one short item on the next agenda. It's extending the MUSA for the healing center for the SMSE property that's actually outside the city, but the Met Council's asked us to extend a MUSA to them. So that could be a short item, so maybe we could meet at 6, do that item, and then do the tour?
On Thursday the 7th?
Yes,
Yeah, I like that.
Delighted.
Yeah.
that's what we'll do, and we'll let everybody else know.
Is it just the one thing between the two agendas?
Pardon me?
Just the one thing between the two agendas?
Thing that we have, yeah.
Okay.
And it'll be hopefully a 4 or 5 minute meeting, because it's
Great.
something we have to do. The sewer's already been installed, so.
Great. With no objection, that sounds great to me.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah. All right. So we will plan on August 7th, meeting here at 6,
6.
taking care of the agenda.
Yep.
And then heading out.
Yep.
Great.
Will you be sending something out for the commissioners? that are-
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
Good. I didn't want it to be like a.
So when whoever makes the motion to close, we need to close it to 6 PM on the.
That's a great point.
That is you, sir.
Is there any other business? All right. Well, then we are. We're on item 7, and I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Do you want to specifically
You
talk
want
about 6 p.m.?
6 p.m.
Oh, I have to make the motion to adjourn?
You said so moved. You've made the motion.
I'll make a motion to adjourn until August 7th at 6 PM,
Thank you, Commissioner Sepulveda.
2025.
Thank you.
Second.
Commissioner Robbins with the second. Any discussion on adjournment?
No.
All right. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? We're adjourned at 7:33.